Hey guys, Graham McFadden here from Trends Electronics. Today we're going to show you the top 5 selling products from Focal in Canada. Product number 1, K2 Power component speakers. So in front of me we have one of our best selling component speakers. These are the brand new ES165 KX2E component speakers. So first off, you'll recognize the very famous yellow Kevlar cones. This particular version of it is the flagship in the two-way kit. This one has the phase plug in the middle. This is a 2 ohm impedance driver. So you've got, if you're running an amplifier on these, which is obviously recommended, you're going to get about 40 to 50% more power depending on the amplifier you're using because of this 2 ohm impedance. So really, really good way. If you've got that guy that likes to rock out on a Friday night and you don't want any warranty issues, you sell them a set of these because these are going to play loud, take tons of power, and perform really well. In the kit, this year over last year, we are giving you the brand new Flax tweeter, which is available in the K2 Evo series above this line. So this is an amazing sounding tweeter. This thing, the FS on this will play down to as low as 600 hertz. Of course, we don't want you crossing it over that low, but it will play down to 600 hertz if you absolutely want to. Ideally, I would do about 1100 hertz myself if it was my system doing it active. If you don't want to do a fully active system, it does come with a two-way passive crossover in the kit, which you can biamp. You can do a input for the woofer, input for the tweeter off a 4-channel amplifier. You've got up to 6 dB of attenuation on the tweeter. You have a minus 3 dB, 0 dB setting, or a plus 3 setting. Whether your tweeter is in the A-pillar, firing off the dash, or in the door panel, gives you that attenuation that you need to make that tweeter sound the best it can. In the crossover itself as well, you've got a 12 dB or 18 dB high pass filter on the tweeter itself. So lots of technology in the little passive crossover. A lot of guys will run these active. Whichever way you want to do it, you're going to get an amazing set of speakers. This is our number 1 selling set of components in Canada. Product number 2, Flax component speakers. Closely behind the Kevlar series is the very popular Flax series component kits. In front of me, I have the flagship model, which is what most people go to. There are 2 steps below this. There is a shallow component kit version of it for those applications where you need shallow depth in the door or an old car within the kick panel. But this is the flagship guy. Features the phase plug for better off-X response. There's super famous Flax cone, which has been, setting records for sales around the world since it came out with the cone. Cast aluminum basket, iron ferrite magnet, but these like to have lots of power. So they're rated at 80 watts RMS. You can give them up to 150. We've tried that before. You can do them in a passive or active setup. They do come with the 2-way passive crossover network in the box. This will allow you to do up to either a 12 dB or 18 dB per octave crossover slopes, minus 3, plus 3, or 0 dB setting for the tweeter, depending on where you're mounting that tweeter. And then talking about the tweeter, this thing is phenomenal. Great sounding tweeter, great for off-axis response, super shallow mounting depth. So if that's going in an A-pillar or in a door panel or even down in a kick panel, you don't have to worry about a lot of mounting depth. So super shallow. The aluminum magnesium tweeter sounds incredible. This is, like I said, our flagship set in the component kits, highly rated as far as sales go. This is right behind the Kevlar series as far as sales. Product number 3, Slate fiber component speakers. Probably the number 1 unit sales speaker in the entire lineup we have at Focal is the Slate fiber speakers. Not only do these look amazing, they sound incredible. This is an incredible performing speaker at a price that would probably shock you, being that it's made in France. The quality out of these speakers, the sonic signature of these is amazing. Again, at the price point they are, it's hard to beat this speaker. So 6.5-inch component speakers, they do make a matching coaxial as well. But what I really like about these is the ease of installation from an installer standpoint. So in the box, they give you the passive crossover, which you can link together if you're mounting it beside the amplifier. You can click those together. If you're not mounting them in the back of where the amplifier rack is, you've got a crossover strictly for the mid-bass driver. You've got a crossover strictly for the tweeter. So you can mount that up in the dash where your tweeter is. If it's up in the A-pillar, up in the dash area, you can mount that passive crossover in the kick panel, wherever you need it to go. And the passive crossover for the mid-bass driver can go in the door if necessary. So I like the way they've separated those. that you can do that from an installation standpoint. The tweeters are really cool as well. Again, it's a aluminum magnesium tweeter in this kit, but when you take it apart, it's super tiny. So if you're going in an OEM application, say in a Honda Civic or a Toyota or something like that, you can take the casing off, and now instead of having that larger ring, that's your tweeter size that it can mount pretty much anywhere, drop into a factory location, BMWs, you name it. So incredible set sounding speakers, again, at a price point that is affordable to most consumers out there. And it is our number one volume selling SKU. Product number 4, Focal Inside Ford truck speakers. In our Focal Inside lineup, the top selling speaker is the IS Ford 690. This is a component kit dedicated for Ford pickup trucks, cars, SUVs, you name it. There is, in the Focal Inside catalog, there is over 50 different vehicle brands with 1,000 different models, but this is by far the number one selling piece in North America. So a couple of things you want to check out. Number one, this is designed to drop right into your factory 6x9 location in your Ford truck without any modifications. You don't have to have a 3D printer to make your own basket trim. You don't have to make a new plug for the plug on the side that comes on the factory. The factory plug will go right into that socket right there. You're done. It is a really nice sounding set of speakers. A lot of people think because it's designed for plug and play, this is entry level. This is not entry level product. This actually sits in the middle of the entire Focal range. It's a polyglass cone. So polyglass sits right in the middle of the range of their other component speakers. So this is not an entry-level speaker. Mid-bass is phenomenal. Again, you're not fabricating anything. Everything is done for you. You're pulling off the factory door speakers. You undo the rivets for the factory speaker. This goes in place, and they give you replacement rivets in the bag, all the different mounting hardware ready to go. What normally takes 3 hours to put these in, a good installer with a reasonable knowledge of the vehicle itself can put these in about an hour. So that is the mid-bass driver. Tweeter as well, same thing. The Ford F-150, the tweeter is down in the little triangle spot down at the bottom of your A-pillar. This drops right into place with a U-bracket. And then on the end of there, this harness, this plug will plug into your factory Molex. You're not cutting anything off. You're not soldering any new connectors on there. You're not having any warranty issues when you go back to the dealership with a trouble and that check engine light on. This plugs into the factory location. Same with the mid-bass drivers. So there's no cutting, no pasting, nothing else. The other nice little touch with all these is this little guy right here. Maybe an overhead shot's better. So they give you the Focal Inside badge, so you can replace the factory Bang & Olufsen, Bose, whatever you have inside your vehicle badge in there. So you can brand your car as a Focal Inside system. Product number 5, Kevlar 10-inch subwoofer. Rounding out our top sellers is the Kevlar 10-inch subwoofer from Focal. So this is not an inexpensive woofer, but people that buy this product are looking for best-in-class performance, tons of power handling, and bass that's going to smack you in the back of the head. So this subwoofer is amazing. If any of you guys have had a chance to listen to Nalica's Bronco at Knowledge Fest or MasterTech or anything like that, you know that vehicle is absolutely insane. So that's the woofers they're using in there, is the 10-inch Kevlar subwoofers. Up to 1,000 watts RMS power handling. They're rated at 600 watts. I like to put 700 to 1,000 into these to get the best performance out of them. But super small enclosure too. You're talking about 0.7 to 1 cubic foot, sealed or ported. So they don't take up a lot of space, even though they're going to be, it's a massive motor structure in here, and you're giving it lots of power. But incredible sounding bass. The guys that want this performance aren't afraid to spend the money on it. So it is one of our best sellers, period. There you have it, guys. The top 5 selling products from Focal in Canada. For more information, go to focal.com.